What is meant by unjust enrichment in contract law? Today we are going to discuss about unjust enrichment and doctrine of unjust enrichment. Firstly, unjust enrichment. When a person has been unfairly benefited, when a person has been unfairly benefited at the expenses of other person without having any valid contract, which is called unjust enrichment. Once again, when a person has been unfairly benefited at expense of other person without having any valid contract, which is known as unjust enrichment. In the case related to the unjust enrichment, the court directs the unfairly benefited person the court directs the unfairly benefited person to give back all the benefit which he or she has acquired unfairly, or to give compensation. The defendant is obliged by natural justice and equity to pay back the money. That means the court decides or directs to the person who have unfairly received the benefit that he or she must pay back or give back all the benefit that have been acquired unfairly, or give compensation. The unjust enrichment shall be deemed to have been received in the following circumstances. What are the circumstances for having unjust enrichment? In case there is increment in property or reduction in liability, number 1. Number 2, in case he or she has received the service of other or gets work done by anybody. Number 2. And number 3, in case the property of other is used for him or her. Property of other is used for him or her. Again, there are 3 circumstances for the purpose of unjust enrichment. In case there is increment in his or her property or reduction in liability, in case he or she receive the services of other or gets work done by anybody, in case the property of other is used for him or her. Now, what do you mean by the doctrine of justice enrichment? Here we will talk about the essentials of doctrine of unjust enrichment. What are the essentials? What are the essentials of doctrine of unjust enrichment? Number 1, the defendant has been enriched by unjust benefit. A defendant means who have received the benefit unfairly, unjustifiably. The defendant has been enriched by unjust benefit. This enrichment has been taken place at the expense of plaintiff. And lastly, the enrichment which has been acquired is unjust or unfair. If someone is unjustly enriched, they must return or pay for the benefit received. If someone is unjustly enriched, they must return or pay for the benefit received. For example, if A pays to B rupees 10,000 by mistake, if A pays to B rupees 10,000 by mistake, B realize that it must be it is a or it is a it's a mistake that he has been receiving the 10,000 rupees, but he keeps that money. Now this money is not made any valid contract. This 10,000 was not received fairly. Now B is unjustly enriched. In this case, B is unjustly enriched. Now doctrine applies. That means B must return rupees 10,000. Now another example, X paints Y's house by mistake, thinking it's Z's house. X paint Y's house by mistake, thinking that it's a Z house. Y sees Y see X painting and does not stop him. Y see painting by the X that and he does not stop him for painting his house. Now in this case, Y got a free benefit painted house, and X lost his time and money. Unjust enrichment applies. Y should compensate X in this case. Liability of unjust enrichment to be borne. In case anybody who has received unjust enrichment, he or she shall have to bear the liability, and any person has or has not received unjust enrichment or received to what extent. While determining this, loss or damage occurred by the person, loss or damage occurred by the region of the same to such person shall not be considered after the unjust enrichment is received. Now we go through these slides. What is unjust enrichment in contract law? Unjust enrichment is a legal principle related to contract law. It addresses situations where one party benefits at another's expense. The principle is invoked when a party receives a benefit unfairly or inequitably. The law aims to prevent one party from profiting without compensating other. To establish unjust enrichment, certain element must be proven. Benefit must be conferred to one party, which can include money, goods, or services. The receiving party must have knowledge of the benefit. It must be demonstrated that retaining the benefit would be unjust. Unjust enrichment does not require a formal contract between the parties. This principle applies even in the absence of contract or when the contract is unenforceable. Courts use unjust enrichment to ensure fairness in legal transactions. The enriched party may be required to compensate the other party. Understanding unjust enrichment is crucial for individual involved in legal agreement. Thank you so much.